Today, we will have in-depth conversations to find out what they can say about volatile energy prices. This is your host, Jaden Yoner Tibojo, and this is Business Forums. With the quick rise of energy prices worldwide, joining us now, UP professor and economist Princess Michaela Barros. It's great to have you here now, Professor Michaela. Can you explain to us what is volatile energy prices?
Volatile energy price means a sudden or quickly increase of price hike of energy prices like oil and natural gases.
Does volatile energy prices affect the economic growth?
Yes,
How does volatile energy prices affect our economy?
higher energy prices could lead to higher inflation expectations through higher wage of demands and altered consumer psychology. Spill over to the cost of broad goods and services by further raising a variety of input costs, negatively impact consumer sentiment, which could impact consumer spending and lead businesses to pull back on hiring and expansion efforts.
Alright, is there evidence of energy prices going high?
Yes, there is.
What are the causes of high energy prices on natural gas?
Three major supply side factors affect prices: amount of natural gas production, level of natural gas in storage, volumes of natural gas imports and exports. Three major demand side factors affect prices: variation in winter and summer weather, level of economic growth, a- availability and prices of other fuels.
Wow, that's a really big factor. And are we solely dependent on energy that relies on natural gas?
Yes, we are.
Aside from the Philippines, what countries are affected by high energy prices?
Energy depends on the climate of the country, the price of energy, cultural norms, and due to variation in how energy consumption or overall consumption is measured across countries. Yet, there is also a common pattern to detect. From this scatter plot, it is evident that people with very low or very high consumption levels are unlikely to spend a large fraction of their consumption on energy. Countries that are affected by the high energy prices: 8 of the 10 highest natural gas prices globally fall in Europe, with the Netherlands at the top. Overall, Europeans' natural gas prices have spiked sixfold in a year since the invasion of Ukraine, at an average $11.10 per gallon. Households in Hong Kong pay the highest for gasoline. In the world, more than double the global average. Both high gas access and steep land costs are primary factors behind high gas prices. The majority of the highest household electricity prices in Europe were Denmark, Germany, and Belgium, and Belgium's prices are about double that of France and Greece. For perspective, electricity prices in many countries in Europe are more than twice or three times the global average of $0.14 per kilowatt hour.
Okay, so Professor Barwis, do you think that this problem will only get worse in the future?
Yes, it will.
As an economist, what do you think is the best solution to prevent the increase in energy prices?
Fuels such as wind, air, and water are important and necessary, but they are intermittent. They lack firm reliability and sufficient storage devices in global energy production markets. Supply and demand are driving energy market prices increases, and the global energy market is currently composed of fossil fuels, including crude oil, natural gas, and coal. Forward contracts, futures, and spot buys and sells, as well as energy transportation and storage markets all play into the rising prices.
Are there any measures being taken by our country to address this problem?
Yes,
Okay, lastly, how does the increase in energy prices affect an individual consumer?
while rising energy prices will affect most households across the country, they are most likely to disproportionately affect those on the lowest incomes. Rise in energy prices would lead to inflation. Food, electricity bills, and the gas prices would increase, therefore, making life harder for low income households.
Okay, thank you so much for the great discussion that we have. And I hope a lot of our viewers would learn about volatile energy prices. Thank you, Professor. And again, this is your host, Jaden Yonar Tiboco, and this is Business Forum. Have a good day, everyone.